So as I was saying, hope you can still hear me. As I was saying, we're going to try to replicate the To-Do app that we did last time, and I'm going to let me first pull up the To-Do app, okay, which we did last time, and it's quite a simple. Let me share the screen. Share. Yeah, okay. Good. I hope you can see the screen. Okay. And like always, if you have issues, you can always post them in the chat. I'll bits in the chat. Okay. I'll try this to have a bit of the chat every single time that I make a change or hear notification coming up. Okay. So let me first pull up our previous To-Do app. Okay. So let me first look for it. I think it was bear with me as I'm looking for the folder. Okay. Yeah, so let me bring it up here so you can see this. Okay. And as I was I think with new every time the update like maybe Node update Python or any other programming language or any other software, it brings new features. Okay, so one of the new features that came up with Node, I think it was from Node 6.8, 8.1 and above. They gave us npx, okay, and npx. So instead of creating maybe plugins for VS Code, if you have Node installed in the machine, you can always call up npx, okay, then I can call serve. It will create for you a server on, like, usually I put 5,000, and usually it serves you static files. Okay, yeah, so to pop up a server there. So I just wanted to show you this while we are actually going to look at React, because I may forget, like, because I think it's only when I'm serving HTML files. Okay, yeah, so as it is opening up there, the server. Okay, then just any questions on this part, you can always okay, good. Have questions on what I've done here, you can always post them and I've explained. Okay, and yes, want to open up also the JavaScript code, the VS Code, and I pass through it very fast. Okay, because I don't want to waste a lot of time here. I want to for us to go and look at React. Okay, but before we look at React, I want us at least to go back and see what we're going to build with React, and see how hectic it was to build it and how it was cumbersome to do it in plain JavaScript. Okay, although cumbersome for some of us, because we really enjoy JavaScript, don't like frameworks, but sometimes frameworks have to make life easy. Okay, later. So I've pulled up the disadvantage. Okay, remove this. Yeah, questions? Yeah, if you have questions about anything, you can always ask me up. Okay, with me. Okay, so if you look at our scripts, okay, because I won't go really fast. Okay, we had a bunch of, okay, wait for it highlight. Okay, hope you can see this. Then it's slow. Okay, but we had a bunch of functions too. For example, questions. let me first close up some few tabs if you don't need. Okay, good. So so if you looked at our code last time, we used to get go ahead and get our document, our node elements. Then of course we create our store, okay, which was our local storage store. Then of course we create our React-to-do function, because I prefer having declare function before using it. Then we looked at creating a to-do, okay. Then we looked at updating a to-do. Then we looked at displaying a to-do, okay, together. And it was quite a simple to-do app, okay. And the result of that to-do app, it was quite simple. Open up what, like the result of the to-do app, very simple. Those who were not around last time, those who were with us when we did this, okay. Let's open up and so you can have a glimpse of it, okay. But for today it's gonna be a bit different, but at least to have the same kind of functionality. And is it happening? Okay, it should be running. Okay, it has issues. Good, it's now working. It's working. Because it's complaining. No, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go ahead and open up using a live server. Maybe this is having some issues. Okay, so I'm going to use live server, the extension, and open it up really fast because I want to finish up. Okay. Okay. So you can either use live server, you can use go ahead and use the npx serve, but sometimes npx serve has issues, so I usually don't leave it and use the extension because it's a bit faster. Okay. So this is our app. Okay, very simple. You get an input, okay, like to do together, then you add together, then of course you can delete, and let's see, you can add another one, okay, together, and you can maybe update, where you can update something here, okay, it updates, okay. You can also maybe, and remember you can refresh the page, it's persistent, okay, because we are using local storage. Okay, that's what we did last time. Go try to do this in React. It's gonna be a bit quick, okay. And to get you started, I already prepared, I already created the boilerplate for create React app, okay, because I don't want to every time create React app, because it wastes like a lot of our time, especially because it's a live session. Okay, so let me close it up. Okay, actually let me leave it for reference. Okay, let me just go ahead and open up our localhost. Okay, 3000. Okay, that's where apps can be running. Right now it's empty, so I'm going to open up VS Code and start our, I think I'm going to use it, right, code, and I think this is one of, yeah, it's here. Okay, good. So I'm going to open up the project in VS Code real quick, and I'm going to be slowly. Okay, so we did this last time, so, and remember, sorry for coming in, but remember all the source code for these projects, I think I shared a link with the source code. So all the source code, just go to GitHub. I'll share a link with you one more time, because I'm going to share this link every single time. Okay, so nice GitHub for the okay, because the link is where is it? Let me bring up the link and so I can share it with you. So yeah, copy. Yeah, so you can always go to you can always git clone, okay. Then the repository name here, okay, which is here, git clone is repository name, and you can always look at that at the branches, and of course using git branch. Okay, look at more git in detail later on, but I hope this is basic git, which is not confusing to most of you. Okay, so also maybe on Friday I'm going to cover all this. Okay, try to cover almost most of these things. Okay, Okay, I'm going to try to slow down. Something I'm a bit fast, mostly I slow down. Okay, so I'm saying if you want us to be on the same note, okay, if you want to be on the same note as me, let's go to git, let's go and git clone the repository name. Okay, it's here. I've shared the name in the chat. Okay, all the canvas go and clone. Okay, so maybe let me start from there. Okay, let me just go ahead and delete all this and then begin. Okay, afresh. Okay, so that you can be all be on board. Okay, so maybe in this case I'm going to I won't do anything because I don't want to repeat installing stuff. Okay, but once you clone, you'll be, of course, you'll be, I think you'll be in your case you'll be in this, in the develop. Okay, in the developer, so in the develop report, the develop branch. Okay, and then first let's add this. So add this. Okay. Okay, here. So forgive me about this, because okay, good. So in your case, when you get clone, you'll be in this this branch, so it is git checkout. Okay, you'll be in this branch called develop. Okay, together. That's the branch. So in your case, when you say git clone and then you cd into a repository, you'll be having what? You'll be having this. Okay, you'll be having this. You'll be having two folders. The public, then the source together. Okay, so same thing. That's what I'm going to begin. Okay, begin from. Okay, so right now I'm beginning like you. Okay, I'm git cloned. How can you minimize the screen? Guys, can you see my screen? Because I haven't minimized the screen. Yeah, I think Ola is on your side, because most guys are saying they have seen the screen. Okay, and me too, I'm seeing my own screen, just testing. Yeah. So okay. Okay, I understand, because I was speaking on and off, but don't worry, the session is gonna be recorded, and I hope I'm recording it. Okay, yes, recording. Okay, so I'm gonna share the screen at the end of the session, and at least you'll be able to get all this content. Okay, but know that once you git clone your repository, you'll be in this develop branch. Okay, together. So for you to go to other branches, you can do a git checkout, the name of the branch. Okay, if you want maybe the whole, like you're not sure of which branch is available, because I think I'm going to git. Okay, don't worry, the session will start and things will be a bit easy. Okay, so for example, if you want to check out the branches, of course you can do a git. Okay, look at the git later on, but the git branch. Okay, together branch. Branch. Yeah, I can branch. You can say list together like that. Then you can say -- all. Okay, and of course you will see all the branches available. Okay, you can see I have 1 2 3 remote branches, then I have 1 2 which are local. Okay, together. I'm going to another branch called 3, which will be for today's session. Okay, so it will be a bit fast. Okay, but I hope now it's quite clear. Okay, on this side. So now you can also say git checkout. I think it's shift Q. Okay, okay, so you can always git checkout a branch. Okay, in my case I'm going to create a new branch. Okay, which will enhance our work. Okay, so the first I would say, maybe I would say a git branch. Okay, I know I'm going over git, but some of you know git very well, but to make sure that everyone's on board. I just repeat this. Okay, so I'm going to create branch. Okay, I'm going to a new branch. I'm going to call it 3 point. Let me say to do app. Okay, just that to do app. Let's say with hooks, with dash hooks. Okay, together. Yeah. Then after creating the branch, okay, I will check out. I'll say git check out. Okay, I'll check out. Then 3 dot and I'll say to do the name of the branch to do. Okay, dash app dash. I think you should name it with lesser things to avoid typing. Okay, with hooks. Okay, with hooks. I hope it's the one. Okay. Yeah, then I've switched the branch. Okay, same thing for your case. You just instead of creating a branch, you do a git checkout. Okay, so in your case, if you are following up, you can always do a git checkout. Okay, yeah, go look at pull requests later on, pull requests and other things later on. But for now, yes, so the basics. You clone, you check out, you create the branches. That's all you need to know for now. Okay, so right now you can see I've configured my time to show me my branches. Okay, you can see right now I'm this branch code to do app with hooks. Okay, and since I've branched from the develop, I'm having the same content as from the developer. Okay, together. Yeah, so let's begin right away. Okay, if you have, you can also get this copy of work together. So in this work, I'm going to create I'm going to begin. Okay, and I'm hoping that you can help me out. At least we can able to interact, and this I can finish this up in the next 30 minutes. Okay, very quick. Okay, it's gonna be very quick. Okay, so like usual, let me first run the app so you can see what's happening. Okay, actually it's running. Okay, so I'll say yarn serve. Now I'm using yarn. So it's say yarn start. Okay, remember I'm using yarn, but you can always use npm. Okay, so yarn start, and this start, of course, it's a script which is from our package on JSON, which is here. Don't forget. Okay, it's always around. I think it's should be scripts here. Okay, we have scripts. Then you can see start. Then you run the React script start. Okay, together. This is for React app. Okay, and to run some React scripts which are already built for you. Okay, by create React app. Okay, TLI. Okay, so let me bring up the application. Okay. I hope I'm not opening up too many tabs. Okay, let me just close this app. I think I don't need this app because I think I already have an instance of it running. Okay, so yeah, okay, here is the app. Okay, excuse me. Here is the app. Okay, it's like my app. Okay, very simple. Okay, very simple, basic React thing. Okay, I hope you all will be, because this is like beginners still. Okay, so now in our case, okay, we're going to start creating our app. Okay, together. So I'm going to change this to, instead of my app, I'm going to name it to do app. Okay, to do app. Okay, to do app together. Very simple. Okay, yeah. Then because I already have something, okay, which I'm building on, okay, which I know I'm building. Okay, I already know the interface, what I need to do. Okay, which is this this Toodapp together. It has a bunch of things which I need to, remember I told you always break down your app into components. Okay, so in our case, I'm saying I'm having some part which is this. Okay, which is the form. Okay? I think the form starts from me up to like this. This is the form, this, and this is the form. Okay, so this is the form. Then I'm having this is the to do. Okay, the to do's. Okay, which appear here. Okay, together. So then I'll create these two components because I always want my work to be organized. Okay, and yes, you should do that, Joel. Yeah, and I think I showed you guys how to do it. I'll show you a bit later on. But I think if you want to see the screen better, you always, I think you press and show you real quick so that everyone can be on board. Okay, I'm not being repetitive, but let me show this guy that this cannot be. Okay, you can always click on these 3 dots. Okay, which are move options. Then of course you change the layout to sidebar or maybe spotlight. Any which you choose, but don't choose these other ones. These other ones, they really don't come out very nicely. But you can choose sidebar or spotlight. Okay, let me put back side. Okay, Good. So okay, let me continue. Okay, so right now I know what I want. Okay, I know what I want. Okay, I know what I want. Okay, I want my app to have two components, which are the major components together. Okay, two components. Okay, but we're gonna look at things which will make our components better. Okay, like things like pop trading. Today we're gonna look at pop trading. Okay, because in our case we haven't looked at the context API. That's why we're gonna look at pop trading together. So, but don't worry, I'm going to look at all that later. Okay, so in our case here, I'm going to just create my two components, which are my to-do form, then my to-dos. Okay, very quick. Okay, I'm going to do very quick, and I hope that that it won't be confusing. Okay, so of course, right ahead, I'm going to go to my component. Right, I'll create a components. Okay, folder, because there are components. Okay, then inside my components folder, I'll create to-dos. Okay, to-dos.jsx. Okay, then I'm using JSX because I want that syntax linting. Okay, and highlighting. Okay, and also maybe I can use some short some snippets. Okay, like yeah. So to-do form. Okay, so JSX together real quick. Okay, then of course I'm going to import React from React. Okay, React from React. Okay, together like usual. But before I do that, okay, today I want to give it so much code. Okay, before I do that, I feel like every time I do this, okay, I do create React-app, I do import from React, I create a function, name it maybe to do form. Okay, all that every single time, which is redundant, so which is repetitive. Okay, I always do that. Okay, I always do this. Okay, like that. Then I export. Okay, I export default. This is what I do almost on every form to do form. I think I do this every time for every component. Okay, so I think I showed it before, but I'm gonna show it one more time. So there's an extension called ES7 React slash, let me make it bigger, ES7 React slash Redux slash GraphQL slash React native snippets. Okay, this one I recommend. The others like React snippets, which is also good. Okay, but this allows us to have like give us snippets. Okay, real quick. Okay, so maybe there's also React dash snippets. Okay, yeah, I think snippets. So on. Yeah, this one. Yeah, also this, it has like almost 2k downloads, which is okay. Okay, and this allows us to make our our workflow real fast. Okay, because I don't need to always write the import React from React. Okay, I don't need to always say export default to do. Okay, it's just a matter of you just creating just write like 2 lines of code and it's done. Okay, like a shortcut and it's done. Okay, and pull up. Okay, so in my case I'm going to show you, maybe let's first return here. Okay, return some. I told you I really like the fragments. I don't know why, I just love the fragments. Okay, because it just gives me the power to style my components the way I want them. Okay, don't have extra divs. Okay, so the fragment, I'll create a form tag here. Okay, real quick. Okay, then maybe I'll put here some input. Yes, but now let's have something there. Okay, input type will be text. Okay, so text, txt text. Yeah, together. The name will be maybe to do. Okay, let's start. Okay, the ID maybe the ID for designing. Let's also make it to do. Okay, to do input. Okay, let's start together. Input. This is simple styling together. So the next bit of it, I'm going to go to my to-dos. Okay, I'm going to use a shortcut. Okay, so there's a shortcut if you're using maybe the ES7 slash React slash Redux and all. Okay, there's something called say ARFAC, then it can give you a React arrow function. Okay, Then that's it, okay? Real quick, okay? It gives me everything, the div, okay? So of course I can go ahead and say separate the export, put it down here, export, and I'll say to dos, okay? Same thing, real quick. I don't need to always write, sorry, export default here, okay? I don't need always every time type everything, okay? The shortcuts, the helpers, which help us to write our code a bit faster, okay? To focus on the functionality rather than that the writing of the code, okay? So to focus on the logic, okay, behind what you need to do, okay? Like already I told you, I always not prefer, but rather I like, so that it's a preference. So I prefer having fragments, okay? It's just my preference, okay? And fragments, of course, are here, but maybe some to dos, okay? Let's say to dos, okay? No, and h1 saying to dos, and h1 saying to dos, okay? Let's start, okay? Real quick. Format, okay? Good, okay? So the next bit of it is what I showed you last week on Monday. I think it was on Wednesday, okay? Getting the form, okay? Let's first see what you have built, okay? And it can be displayed, okay? The styling, I haven't done any styling, but with the styling later down, okay? So inside my app, I'm going to go ahead and import, okay? Import my form and my to-dos, okay? Together. And if you're using JSX, even JS, but JSX is a bit more better, you can at least try to avoid the word let me show you, okay? So if I say to-dos here, to-dos, okay? It shows me like a bunch of what like variables, okay? So I can say I can import, okay? I can just click on this, okay? And of course you can see at the top here it has imported for me the to-dos from the components / to-dos, okay? It's quite convenient, okay? I think this works with JavaScript and also with React.js, with JSX, but I think it's better if you're using JSX to be a bit better, okay? So to-dos already. So instead of me going here and saying, okay, import to-do form, okay, from that, okay, because today I want as components, okay. We want to focus on the logic rather than the code, okay, rather than typing the code, okay. So to do form, okay. So markers here, you see, then I'll come here, type to do form there, okay, which is too much of typing, okay, using out of my time. Rather than me just going and say to do form, automatically comes. Sometimes they refuse, sometimes it works, okay. There's no extension, okay. Once you just name your components JSX or the JS, okay, it automatically works, okay. Sometimes it refuses, okay. Sometimes it works, okay, because I think with VS Code it's a bit slower, because VS Code was built on Electron and it's a bit slow, but mostly I think 80% of the time it works, okay. Now of course you can type, okay. Yeah, it comes automatically with VS Code, okay. If you're using other things, other IDs, I think other IDs also support this, okay. Because I think I've used WebStorm before. WebStorm also supports that, but in my case I'm using VS Code because it's open source, okay. Yeah. So the next part now, let me just show you what's happening on the application right now, okay. So open up my app, okay. There, go to React app, okay. You can see I'm having to do app, okay. There's an error there, okay, which is okay. Then because in this case I have to say to do form, okay, to do form here. Yeah, and with yeah, to do form here, I think. Yeah, let me save this, okay. Then I can go and view. We should change this, okay. Should give me a form, but the form looks ugly, okay, but it's a form, okay. Let me just make it a bit bigger, okay, just to make sure that I'm on the right note, okay. So I'm going to go back to my index on CSS. I'll just make the input a bit bigger, just for today's lesson, okay. Input, I'll just give it a padding. Is it padding? Yeah, I'm sure it's padding. Yes, padding over, let me say over 25 pixels, okay, like that. Maybe the same as the H1s, okay. Yeah, but it's okay here. Yeah, it's okay. I'll save this, okay. Then go back to my application. I should have a big form, okay. It looks ugly, but it's okay, okay. It's okay for now, okay. You can make it better later on, okay. Yeah, and of course I'll go back to my app, go back to my to-do form. I want to add one more input, which is the submit button. Okay, so I'll say input. Let's put, I think I'll say input here together. Then I put double quotes. This is by something called what's the name of it? Emit. Emit does this. Okay, it really comes in with what with VS Code. Okay, so the value will be add, okay, a new to do. Good. Okay, then let's save this. Okay, let's save this. Good. I'm being a bit slowly because I want us to encompass all the basics. Okay, go back to my application. Then I'm seeing this weird looking thing, but it's okay. Okay, because I know it looks ugly. Actually, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful, but go make it more beautiful. Okay, for that. But before I continue, remember I told you guys to go ahead and install the React dev tools extension together. So you just type inside your Google React, okay, dev tools, okay, React dev tools, add to Chrome together like that. Oh, and Firefox. I don't think Safari has that, okay, but I think with the new Edge and Chrome and Firefox they have this. Okay, so just React dev tools there, have the expression. Okay, already what I have the expression already installed. Okay, in my case I would have the expression installed. Okay, so I don't see, I have it already here. Okay, in your case have it. Okay, it's good to have the expression. It's quite interesting, especially if you know how to use it. Okay, so in my case I'm going to, the first thing right now, I'm going to just go ahead and open up my expression. Okay, because I'm going to deal with data. Okay, so ahead I hope you can see this. Okay, so that it's quite clear. So instead of going to console or going to this or going to this, just go ahead and look at components. Okay, components. Maybe yours is not like, it will be like this. Maybe there's some arrows. Just click on the arrows, look for components together. Right now I'm having one component, okay, and new I have two, okay, together. And I actually have three. I have the major or the mother component, okay, the mother component which is here, then the two children, okay, which is the to do form, then the to do, okay. So I'm going to be a bit quick, okay, because I think I have like 18 minutes left, okay? And I'll show it to you. But I will also leave you some homework to do, okay, on this, okay, which you have to make a pull request and clone, fork the repository, clone it, then you can do some work. Yeah, then I'll show you how to the pull request. Okay, maybe I'll show you some way of doing it because we'll cover it later. But I think I'll show you some resource of the pull request. Okay, which everyone has to do, and at least the name of the pull request will have your name. Okay, yeah. So let me just go ahead and go back to my code. Okay, so in my code here, I want to pick the value. Okay, so in the case our value here, which is this, okay, which is our value equals to, yes, maybe it's empty. Okay, so maybe let's say hello. Okay, together. I want to pick refresh, please. Go to refresh. Yeah, I want to pick this value here. Okay, maybe let's good. Okay, let me increase the text because it looks horrendous. Okay, so back to my here. Let me just increase the font size. Okay, font size to something like 24 pixels. Okay, something big. Okay, which will help us to realize. Okay, I'm not going to be slowly, but I hope everyone will be on board. If you have any questions, ask me because today is a day for me going slowly. Okay, but others I'll be a bit faster. Okay, so I'm having my hello. Then sorry, this is the value, and this is the button. Okay, so remember I told you last time. Okay, and because right now internet is slow, but if you are available like last week, can you please at least type in the chat on how you can approach of getting the input? How do you get it if you're using React tools? Okay, then type in the chat. So I'll say how do I get the value? Okay, the value from the input. How do I get the value? Okay, how do I get the value? I'm going to give you like 1 minute to just answer, because we are time bad. How do you think I should go about it?
Hey, this is...
Okay. Since you're all silent, I'll just show you because maybe internet issues. Okay, it's a bit slowly, but still okay. Okay, someone saying use state method in the function. Okay, yeah, good. I'm going to use the use state, but for correction, which we'll talk about on Friday about methods and functions, I think use state is not a method. Okay, yeah, actually it's a React method. Yeah, so use state I think use state here. Okay, and you can always view it. Okay, use state it's a React method. Okay, so you want to use state. Okay, and remember, use state is always supposed to be used within this. Okay, within our function together. But on a note, okay, in this case here, I will not define use state here together, because right now imagine myself. Okay, imagine that I want to use this value. I want to use it within my to-dos. Okay, together. How will I use it when it's only inside my use inside my form? Okay, remember I told you before, props, so state is, because this is state. Okay, state is only available inside the component together. So if I decide to declare state here together, use state here, I'm going to have issues. Okay, issues coming with me getting getting the value and passing it to the to-dos. Okay, which will be hectic together. That's why it's advisable always, if you're going to use state in different components, okay, use state in the parent. Okay, and my app right now is the parent. Okay, so instead of declaring the state within the to-do form, I'm going to declare it inside inside the parent. Okay, together, use state. So I repeat one more time. Okay, state is available only within the component set together. Okay, but state can be passed on as a prop. Okay, so if you declare state here, okay, inside there together, inside the to-do form, the to-dos would have access to it. Okay, because to-do is not a child of to-do form. Okay, these are all children together. Okay, but since our app is the parent, okay, you can have the state here. Okay, then pass it as a prop. Okay, because once you pass it as a prop, these two are children. Okay, that means they are part of the app. Okay, so in my case, I'm going to declare it here together. I'm going to say const. Okay, remember, use some already structuring. I'm going to say I'm going to call it input value. Okay, input value. That's the name I like. The input. Let's say input value. Okay, there. Then of course, remember, I'm structuring it. Then I'm going to create the function, or the function which will change the input. Okay, which is set. Okay, input. Okay, I think up to I here. This is small. It's just conversion. Okay, do some bit of camera tracing. So input value. Okay, together. Then you can see equals to use state. Okay, use state. Okay, and the initial value is an empty string together. Okay, then the question is, how do I use it within my to-do form? Okay, because if I say set input value here, it will give me some errors. Okay, say input value is not defined. Okay, so what I need to is to pass this as a prop. Okay, I showed you props before, but maybe I'll repeat one more time. Okay, props. Okay, I can say const input value, comma, set value equals new state. Then right now I want to pass these two values, okay, as a prop together. So I can say I'll name the pass prop, okay. The name will be in the same name input value, okay, like that. So this is the name of a prop, okay, and I say equals to input value. Sorry, it has to be GSX, okay. So in slash syntax, okay. So I say input value, okay, like that, okay. So now I say set. Remember, these are names, okay. These are names of variables or of props. It can be heavy. It can be, like I say, input something, okay. So that I matter what name it, okay. But I prefer having them have the same names just to avoid confusion, okay. Okay, and I say input value there, okay. So the input value equals to the same thing, okay. Set input value, okay. So I'm simply saying just get the prop equates this, okay, together. Now I think I have access to this input value and the set input value inside my to-do form, okay. And how do I access it, okay? There are two ways, okay. You can either pass in props here together like that, okay, props, okay. Then you can say maybe you have something, you can say set props, okay, like that. Don't set input value, okay. And to do that you have, okay, to do that you actually passed in props, okay, and Control save. You can always go to your front end or to the client, okay, to the actual application, okay, and look at it. Let's refresh this, okay, and look at the to-do form, okay. The to-do form has props code, input, and then the set value, okay. Set value is a dispatch action method, which is this like React bit of it, okay. You can see the input value is empty, okay. Together, I sing it, you are passing it. So you can always view what you are doing, okay, inside that using the React developer tools, okay, extension. Is quite convenient, okay. So you can go ahead and instead of passing them, where was I here? I was here, okay. Instead of passing them as like props, okay, don't something like that, maybe don't set value, okay. Instead of doing that, okay, you can destructure, okay. I'm going to about destructuring because this is ES6 syntax and it's quite awesome, okay. So makes things convenient, okay. Instead of passing props like that, okay, you can say I want to get all the props, okay. So I want the structure out the objects. Remember, props is more like props. You can say props is an object. I mean, it's like props. In our case, like props like a constant, then props like that, okay, equals to an object together, an object with some values here, okay, together. So you can set the structure or get the values, okay, of all the values, okay, one by one, okay. So I want to get the set together, set input value, okay, input value together like that, comma. So I want to get the input value, input. I think so. Let me check them to be sure. Input value here, okay. Let me just copy it just to avoid errors. Control copy here, okay. Input value, Control V. Good. I can save this, okay. Okay, real quick, okay. Then now I have access to these two, okay. These two, okay. So in our case, I can just first format this, okay. In our case now, right now I've already seen what I need to do, okay. I can just come. This is gonna be quick because I do most of you know this, okay. Create a function, const, okay. Create a function here, const, okay. Call it really fast because I think I have less minutes left, okay. Const, I will call it maybe get input, okay. Get input value, okay. Get input value, input value. Just that. Then of course I will do that, okay. Then in this case I'll go ahead and say I want to set the input value, okay, here. Control copy. Set the input value like that, okay. And so I want to set it equal to the event, okay, event. The target. This is, I think I went through all this, okay. Not value. This is JavaScript. So I won't go right too much, okay. So I'll say this has to be event here together, okay. And of course this error will go away. Good. Yeah, like that, okay. Then because I'll define the function, I'm going to call it somewhere, okay, which is here on the input here, okay. So I'll just come and say on change, okay, on change here equals to get input value, just that, okay. Then now I can keep track of the input value, okay. One more thing, I want also to equate the value of the value of the input, okay, to this, okay. So I want to just say the value here should be equal to the input value, okay. Just that, okay. That means when I change it somewhere, this value will cost equal to this, okay. The reason why is because when I try to change the value from like using maybe set value, automatically change, okay, automatically update, okay. And I will look at that data point, okay. But for now, just that right now I'm getting the value, also equating the value of the form to this, okay. That means whatever changes here, automatically what be changed here, okay, together. Yeah. Then of course right now I'll go here and show you, okay. Right now it's empty, okay. Right now it's empty. But if I look at our app, okay, I'm having this state, okay, which is this, okay. If I type something here, okay, you can see right now it's coming, okay, it's coming in the app. Remember, it's not in the to-do form. Of course, the props here, okay, the prop and the state are the same, okay. So the props in this, okay, the state is the same, okay, same thing. And that is right now. If you look at this, okay, we have already finished our app, okay. The second, okay. The next bit of it is simply getting the data and putting it somewhere, okay, displaying it on our page, okay. But before we do that, okay, let's look at one more thing, okay. Let's look at saving it in an array, okay. Just making it a bit neat, okay. Saving it in like having a storage for setting out for setting our to-dos, okay. Because it's gonna be easy, okay. So right now I'm done with the input, okay. But before that, I think, yeah, I'll leave the submit later on. But for now, I can get the input, okay. Let me see. So let's also create one thing that you can also, excuse me, we can also save our to-dos inside an array together, because now you can manipulate an array, because a string is immutable. It's not good to manipulate a string, but an array is immutable. It has many properties and it makes things easy, okay. That's why you're storing our to-dos in an array, okay, just to put them in kind of a organized way, okay. So I can say const here, okay. Then of course we want to use let's say, yes, now because now these are our to-dos, okay. Maybe to-dos, okay, because these are our to-dos, okay. This to do arrays, okay. So I'll say set to-dos, okay. Remember, this set to-dos is we define it, okay. So it's just a constant. Sometimes I can name it even set heaven, okay, or set basics, okay. No matter what I name it, okay. But just the convention is always say set then the name, okay, of what you're setting, just to make sure that you can follow, okay, follow what you're doing, okay. So I'll say equals to use state, okay, use state, then goes an empty array together. And like the way we did our to-do and set to do, when I pass this inside our to-dos as a prop together to the to-do form. So I'll say set to do. I did pass both of them, says to-dos, okay, there equals to to-dos, okay. And remember, to-dos is just a variable which is a prop, okay, and to-dos here is the actual state, okay. To-dos there, okay. And then of course here let me just do this, okay, just to make it a bit neater. Yeah, a bit later. Yes, put it. Okay. Then I can come here and say I also want to pass in. So I also want to pass in our set, okay, to those, okay, equaling to our set to do, okay, like that, okay. So the next bit of it is just to just fill the to do array with our to-dos, okay. So let me save this, then I'll save the to-dos, then I'll show you how to display them, okay. Then I said our to do form. Okay. After getting the to do, okay, I'm going to also do the submit. Okay. So const when I submit, okay, the const I will say submit to do's. Okay. Come on, I name it. It's a function. It's a variable. So you can name it. It's a constant. So you can name it what I want to name it. Okay. So no, I'm adding this. Okay. It's supposed to be curly brackets here. And I can say the first thing I told you before is to always an event here. Okay. Is to prevent default. Okay. Prevent the form from loading the page from submitting that to the backend. Okay. So I say e dot prevent default. Prevent default. This is JavaScript. Okay. As built in with most of the forms. So the form has something called prevent default. Okay. It's a property of the events. Okay. Yeah, the events of a form. Okay. Actually, all the node elements, so all the HTML elements, yeah, all the DOM elements don't have the prevent default property. Okay. So I can say either prevent default, then I will say set, okay, set to those, which I need to bring in here. Okay. What's this? Oh, this is not what I want. Set to those. Okay. Then I'll bring in here, comma. I'll bring in set to those together. Remember, it's passed in as a prop here. Okay, as a prop together. Come back to my to do form. Then I also want to get the to do's. Okay. Very simple. Okay. Then now I can say I want to set the to do's together. Remember, I'm going to put an array. Okay. An array, put a new array. Okay. Because set to do's I'm updating. Then what I'll do is I'll pass. This is spread. Okay. Spread operator. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just simply saying get all the values from the to do's. Just spread them here. Okay. Go and look at spread. Go and look at the syntax of Friday. But yeah, I'm simply saying, okay, get all the to do's, okay, which are variable. Okay. Just put them into this new array. Okay. Then add a new item. Okay. And then the new item will be an object. Together, an object. This in our case having an ID, because I want to have an ID. I'm going to see why you need an ID. Okay. An ID will be of something. Let's say of 1. Okay. Of course, everything will be having 1, but we'll fix that later. Okay. The comma. Then I'll be having then the name of that what to do. Okay. Together. Then what to do will be having a name which will be, so instead of that it will be the input value. Okay. Input value. Remember, the input value is what is here. Once you change to automatically give us this. Okay. Together. Then let's have this. Okay. You can always add more properties. You can say completed, all this nice interesting maybe the author, all that. Okay. But for now we want to accept the ID and the name. Okay. Can add more properties. Okay. Then in our case I'm going to just go to my form. Okay. Remember, I'm not just putting it on the type submit. Okay. I'm putting it on the form just to make sure if I press enter or if I press the submit button, it automatically does that. Okay. Automatically sends me that submits the data. Okay. So some people prefer putting this on the function on the input, but personally I prefer having it here. Okay. It makes my work easier. It allows us to avoid some errors. Okay. So I will say on submit, because I'm submitting the form together, on submit equals to the submit to do. Submit to, okay. Just that. Okay. And then you are done with submitting your tools. Okay. Hope you are saying E. Oh, supposed to be event, not E. Event. Okay, event. Good. So let me say this. Okay, and I'll show you what's happening. Then we'll look through the arrays and show them. Then I'll call it a day and I'll give you the assignment which I prepared for you guys. Okay? Then let's do this real quick and I'll show you. Okay. So let's first refresh the page just to be sure. Okay. Let's first remove this submit in between. Okay. So good. So inside my app, okay, by the app I have two states. I have the state for the this expression is still having some issues, but I'm going to change it. Okay, I'm having the state which is having two states. Okay, the first state is the array together, so the empty string, which is our text here together. Then the next state is our to-dos. Okay, which is having an empty array. Okay. Then of course, if I type something here, of course, hello. Okay, automatically updates here to hello together. And if I submit, add, and do to do together like that, it creates, you can see here, it creates for us an array with that object with having an ID to the name. Okay, as far as maybe hello to, okay, I say add, okay, it will add for me the next to do together, but having the same ID. Okay, you can fix the ID with having random IDs. Okay, and you can use UID thingy, UID library. So that's what I want. Okay, but in my case, I have. I'll show you what later on. But now let's convey this, okay, and display them. Then I will show you some easy JavaScript code which can allow us to create random IDs. Okay, and it's quite easy. Okay, so I think that is that random. Okay, but random. Yeah, but to be quite long. Okay, but let's try it. Okay, instead of having that, you can have no, let's forget about method random. Okay, let's see if I say method random, what will give me, because okay, so instead of my ID, I can just use method random, and I think I can say I want to have up to 100. Okay, let's see that. Okay, let's try that and see. Yes, for the sake of trying it out, but I don't want to. Okay, so if I add a new hello here, a new hello, add, it will give me a random number here, which is weird, but it's okay. If I say hello to here, give me a random number. Okay, it's okay. Unless you have different IDs, which is fine for now. But maybe you can look at more elegant ways of doing it. Okay, but it's quite simple. Yes, instead of math or random is something you need to add with JavaScript. Okay, so I'm saying ID random random. Okay, so the next bit of it is for us to display them. Okay, display them onto our page. Okay, so the first bit of it is, of course, I'm going to go and put them here together. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my app. Okay, together. Remember what I need to add. What I need is the to-dos. Okay, here. Okay, so I need to pass them as a prop. Okay, so I come here and say a prop here. I will say to-dos. Okay, like that equals to to-dos. Okay, very simple. Okay, so of course I go back to my to-do app to say to-dos, open it. Okay, and I'll go ahead and say bring for me, name the structure out to-dos. Okay, like that. Okay. Then here I can look through them and create a component. Okay, so very quick, I want to do that. Okay, I'll say I put some those brackets to allow us to use JavaScript within JSX. Okay, I say map. Okay, I say let's map that it's to-dos. Okay, these to-dos together. Okay, which is an array. Dot map. Okay, the map takes in a callback function. So callback function here, which is a because I'm using another function, then of course I'll pass in I'll return something. Okay, we'll return some JSX. Okay, and maybe I'll return a paragraph. Okay, paragraph having maybe, because here whether it takes in a callback, then the callback takes in two values, takes in the item, which is item here, takes in two item, takes in the item, and I think the index. Okay, the index. So the item, as you can see, it takes in the item or the value and the index. Okay, the number. Okay, and then the array at the end. Okay, but now I can say the item is my to do. Okay, say to do. Okay, to do here. So item. So it's an argument. Okay, together. I can say I want to get let's do, okay, don't name, okay, together. Because remember, our those have names, okay, as a property. So maybe I can say here, here I can put a span here, okay, like that. Put a space here, okay, some space and a dash here. Let's put two spaces, two semicolons, two full colons, okay. You can say here, I want to get my index, okay, together, because index is here, okay, and I hope here is the one, okay, and I save it, okay, and that's it, okay. To do the name, okay, this is not supposed to be within these curly brackets because the JavaScript codes, okay. I'm running here 6, okay. So here, then here also, like that, okay. Let's save this, okay. Now I'm sure right now my app will be done, okay. Then your homework will come in later on, okay. So I refresh this page, okay. Of course, I'm having this thing here because something is not happening, right? Okay. Of course, then I will refresh one time. Then I will see, okay. The first thing is that I'll start add a new to do, okay. I say hello, okay. Okay, add a new to do. Having an error, what's the error? Check. Oh, that's okay. Let's go back to our components. Yeah, it's there, okay. And you can see, although it looks ugly, let's put an H1 here. I'm going to have issues here. Let's have an H1 here. To the part of a paragraph here, let's have an H1. I think my CSS here, H1s have big, okay. Let's just put here, let's just put the same thing here as, well, let's just put comma H1. It's ugly, but you can always design it, okay. You can always add to the design for it later. Or the link, the functionality, the logic, okay. So right now, check, okay, if I add that to do, if I say hello, okay, and I add, okay, to give me the hello, okay, with this, the page. And you can check my state, our to-dos have this and the ID together. If I add you want maybe to do to, hello to, same thing, to come, hello, hello, hello to, okay, hello, hello to again, okay, together. Very simple, okay. And right now we are done with almost 60% of the new app, okay, 60% of it. And the code was, like I said, the code is more clean.